All right. How's everybody doing back? All right. One more time. How's everybody doing out there, man? We back again, Lindsay's show. Your host, TJ Lindsay. I'm here with my beautiful wife. What's your name again?
Sorry.
Okay.
Ty Lindsay.
She need a nap, y'all.
My bad.
And we are the Lindsays, and we got a great show. Go get the book, Tripping for God, on our website, hopefulradio.com. Letters to my sisters on the website, hopefulradio.com/books. Marriage Boot Camp is on the way. We're setting it up. Go to hopefulradio.com/contact. Send us an email. Let us know your thoughts, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're about to get married, whether you just got married, whether you've been married for a little bit, whether you've been married for a long bit.
A long bit.
A long while. We got some advice we want to give out, and it's going to be very in a creative forum. So we got this medium we're trying to put this boot camp out through. So reach out to us and, let's get it cracking. You already know. But let's get into the episode here. So this episode, we got a few questions here. So we're going to talk about marriage a little bit here. So if you could change one thing about how weddings are done today, what would it be?
Dang, you starting like that.
Yeah.
You could change one thing about a wedding.
About how weddings are done today. Maybe like the color scheme. I don't know, you a decorator. You don't like the way that the colors is going. You know what I'm saying? Something.
I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that right now. I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to that. One thing that I would want that I wish would change.
If you could change something about weddings. I would feel like if I was to answer the question, it wouldn't be the actual wedding. It would be the focus. I feel like more so on the long-term marriage more than the wedding, I would say. Like, I like how, I love in weddings how words are spoken over the married couple by like people that are close to them.
Yeah.
But I also would like just some time, possibly. Maybe we don't want to give them like, the floor for everybody to speak or anything like that. But maybe we can give some time for everybody in here to say a silent prayer over this married couple. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just more focus on the long term more than that day, I feel like.
Yeah. But see, that's where it kind of, that's up to you. As a person that's getting married, then you gotta say, this is what I want incorporated into my wedding. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to answer that question, because it's your wedding ultimately, and you have to give hey, this is what I want, this is how I want it.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. That one's kind of hard to answer, because it's about you. Honestly, it's what you what you want.
Definitely depends on the individual, for sure. What's one lesson from the Bible you think young women should learn?
One lesson from the Bible? What? There's so many lessons.
But just give me one.
One that I think women specifically should learn Oh my gosh. Dang, TJ. I don't know. There's so many. Um, does it have to be about another woman, or is it just any
Just a lesson overall.
any
Yeah,
lesson
any lesson.
for women specifically? I don't know. I'm have to. Yeah, I have to. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to think on that one.
Okay. For just to tie up the loose end of that question there, I would say possibly just patience. You know, and I think both sides.
Oh, you just mean like okay. I'm thinking
I'm
that
not
you're
talking.
talking about an entire
No,
situation
no,
from the story.
no.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, you said patience.
Yeah.
I think one lesson that we can learn from the Bible. I would say I have two. I would say love and wisdom. Or should I say love and knowledge, maybe. I don't know. Around there somewhere.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with patience. So for young men, what would you say?
For young men,
Yeah.
for young men specifically, I would say standards. I would say boundaries. I would say self-worth, value for the men.
Yeah. I would say patience again for the men. So both men and women, we need to learn patience. We need to learn that things don't happen overnight and to continue to stay faithful when you're in that season of waiting.
Yeah.
So that would be mine, both just patience. I think we can both benefit from patience. So let's get into some topics here. So, all right. So first topic, we're going to talk a little bit about marriage before kids. Now, we had kids before marriage, right?
Yes, we did.
We did. Now, do you feel like we made the right decision, or do you feel like how do you feel about it now? If you could change something, would you change anything?
I feel like that we were supposed to be married before we had kids.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way. So I
Yeah.
feel like now that we get married, like I know we always talk about like we married now. We wish we had some time to be married and not have kids. So, what do you think is? Why do you think is it important to have that time as a married couple before having children?
Well, the very first reason is because you should be within God's will and what He tell you to do.
Yes.
That's first thing first, because for a number of things could happen. Like I think we touched on this a little bit in the previous episode, but a number of things could happen. You have children out of wedlock, and then you and your significant other at that time might not even make it to even see a marriage. So then, boom, there's a broken home.
Yeah.
There's a kid that is in the middle of some unnecessary drama that they didn't ask to be a part of.
Yeah.
But to be able to enjoy it, like I would say we I don't know, me and you, we're gonna enjoy it regardless.
Yeah.
But I think with us, like it was kind of hard because we were kind of like in the thick of it. You know, we had Asada and Ezra, they were fairly young when we got married. But I think Ezra was maybe 5 months.
He was older than that. But
5-6 months.
he wasn't
Yeah.
that- yeah. Maybe
And then Asada was
Yeah.
what, 2-ish?
like 2 years.
Around there. Yeah. So they were
Yeah.
still fairly young.
Yeah.
And so I guess you could say we had to grow up. I guess that's the only term I could think of.
Yeah.
We had to grow up we got married and couldn't really enjoy one another because we already had a whole bunch of responsibility. We already came into the marriage with responsibility and baggage.
Yeah.
But, thank God that it worked out for us. But in a lot of situations, it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most beautiful thing about marriage is the marriage. And I think for that reason, if you have the opportunity now, everybody's life is different and everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got a plan, God laugh at your plan, and it don't go the way you want it to go. But in God's perfect order, he wants, like you said before, marriage to come first. And I feel like in that season, you need to be able to, I think that's important because you can build a strong foundation and you can have such a great time. I think we talked about this before as far as like dating versus, so you dating somebody versus you dating your wife, two different things. Me dating just anybody, we might go to Wendy's. That's a little extreme. But you do have so many restraints on what you want to do with a person that you don't know the result going to be.
Yeah.
When you've already made a decision of this is my wife.
Yeah.
When we date, we can literally do
whatever.
We're going to do it, do everything. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be able to travel a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have kids, I think, and I think that just strengthens the foundation. It gets to the point to where you spent so much time together and you've dated each other intentionally in marriage for so long that now when it's like, all right, let's bring these children in here, everything's already established. We got a schedule that we already run by. You know what I'm saying? We got a belief system. We got everything figured out already. So that's one thing that I would say why I think that
it's good.
Having some time before you bring children into your family is important. A relationship that starts off with a kid never gets to build the relationship.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes about the kid.
That's good. I like that.
All right. So when you bring kids, how do kids complicate marriage, in your opinion?
Finances. That's another bill.
Yeah.
You got more than one. That's a few bills.
Yeah.
So you got finances. You have responsibility. You have more responsibility. And it kind of and support. I would say that kids kind of hinder. And of course, they're innocent, but they kind of hinder the support you may have for your spouse because now you have shifted your entire focus or your entire existence to the kids and the kids only.
Yes.
And that can cause a lot of issues.
That's a lesson. I think that's a teachable moment right here. I'm glad you said that. I think that we get lost a lot of times in our relationships when we have children. You have to prioritize your kids.
Yes.
However, if you don't put the attention on your partner, you know what I'm saying, you are weakening the bond that y'all gonna need when things get hard with the kids.
Yes.
So it's important that you make sure your wife and your husband have time. Make sure that you prioritizing them. Make sure that the kids are... Go ahead.
And not only that, just to add to what you were saying, because when your kids grow up, they leaving.
Say it again.
They are leaving. They cannot wait to get out of mom and dad's house to do what they want to do. We were kids before. That's what we wanted to do. Do what they want to do. They're going to leave. And you have, think about it. How do you even expect for that to work out when you've totally suppressed one person? And now that the kids is gone, you think that person is like ready? Like, no, they feel some type of way.
They're probably ready. They ready.
Yeah,
they're ready to go.
Yeah, they're ready to go. In a lot of cases, you'll see sometimes that happens. Unfortunately, when people divorce because of that. Yeah. Like you don't want to put your spouse first. You don't want to put your foundation first. You don't want to put your marriage first. 'Cause you have to take, like you said, it has to be a priority. Because then what good does that does for the kids? Yeah. Honestly, if it's not strong, what good does it? What does it offer them at that point if it's not strong? and it's rocky and it's shaky and it's leaky, well, how is that gonna help the kids?
Exactly.
It's not.
And that also leads back to getting married because you have kids.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
So, I mean, that adds a whole nother level because
Yeah.
that's where a lot of the times that happens. Like, you may have let's say you have a Christian woman and a Christian man, or however they're believers, and they feel like they should get married because they had a kid, and then they get married and
Yeah.
they have no connection between them. They only both have a connection to the kid.
Yeah. That's that.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's good either. I mean, it's rare that it happens and it works out for the betterment of the kid, but a lot of times
I think that's the Holy Trinity backwards. You know how they say you're supposed to be man, woman, and y'all God instructs y'all too. That's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to go the other way around. The man and the woman have a connection to the kid. Where the Lord at in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need a connection in order for us to be able to connect to God in that way. So I feel like that's can become an issue when you do it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this question. Building team before expanding. Your marriage is a team, right? Kids join the team later. Why is it important to learn how to function as a team of two before you add more players?
Well, you got to learn what a team is.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to learn what that is first.
Exactly. We got to be able to work together first.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like couples will immediately have a child, and they haven't even. They ain't won it. They ain't got a championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They haven't done anything together.
You don't even know if you can make it through this season with this person.
Exactly.
Because y'all connected strictly off of the kid. Yeah.
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 Okay, so we're gonna move to the next topic. We're gonna talk about weddings. So there's a study out right now. They say the average wedding costs anywhere between $34,000 to $36,000.
That is crazy.
Good Lord. And many couples are delaying home purchases, going into debt, or not getting married at all because of the cost. There's tension between wanting a beautiful ceremony, managing finances wisely, and not letting the wedding overshadow the marriage. The average wedding costs $36,000 in 2026. For context, that's a down payment on a house, a new car, or a year of college tuition. Is the cost of weddings one reason people aren't getting married, in your opinion?
It may be one reason, but to me, not really.
Because if you really want to get married, you go down to the courthouse,
You're
right?
gonna get married, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's one of the reasons. Now, I could see where, like, a man might be like, oh, women just want this and they want that. Like, I could see them complaining about that part of it. But I still feel like, just like you said, if you want to get married, you're going to get married.
But could you blame a woman for wanting to have a nice marriage? You as a woman.
A nice wedding?
Yeah, a nice
marriage?
wedding.
I do not blame a woman for wanting to have a nice wedding. I don't blame her for that. However, I'm big on what is more important, the wedding or the marriage. I think that that's important. Yeah, that's just important. What's more important to you, the wedding or the marriage?
Yeah.
If the wedding is more important to you, we in trouble.
Yeah. That is true. That is absolutely
But
true.
I don't blame her. Everyone wants that spectacular dress. All women are like that. You want the spectacular dress. You want it to be like, I don't know, a big thing. Like we all want that. I think we all desire that as women.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that may not happen. And you
Yeah.
gotta be okay with that.
I understand that. That gets to the next question. Wanting the wedding more than the marriage. Some people spend months planning the perfect wedding, but don't spend a single day preparing for the marriage. How do we shift the focus from the one day event to the lifetime commitment?
See, that's why people say that's where marriage counseling comes in. And you need to be connected with community. I think so. Like you need to have somebody, what kind of like the elders at the church. You need to have somebody, that's out there that that's been married forever that can kind of give you some advice as well.
Yeah.
But I do think tools on working, making sure that you are prioritizing the marriage as well. I think that's where marriage counseling comes in. That you hear people say like y'all should sit down, go through marriage counseling, or you surround yourself with people who are married, who's been married.
Yeah.
So I think that's one way to prioritize it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So let me ask you this question because I liked what you said in the last question. So let's say a man. This is just hypothetical. Let's say a man is trying to get married to this woman. He proposes to her, and she says, "I do." Well, she said, "I do." She says, "Yes," and they about to get married, but they don't have the money to do the wedding that she may want to do.
Okay.
So the man says, well, let's just go to the courthouse. And the woman says she does not want to get married until they are able to get the wedding that she wants. Is she out of bounds? Or should he try to get to the point to where he can have that wedding?
So I think it's case by case. I can't say who a person is and who they ain't. I could just give you my opinion on it. I feel like your priorities is jacked up as far as the woman. Because if you have a man who's willing to marry you, who's saying, I want you to carry my name, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I want to be fully committed to you. That's what marriage is. You say yes, but you got to give me a perfect wedding. Like, how does the wedding day, that doesn't equate to what this man is offering you. Yeah. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in most cases, I feel like the men want to give you that wedding, but unfortunately, in some cases, they just cannot give it to you.
Yeah.
But I think that him wanting to marry you, it should automatically just outweighs what that wedding day looks like, in my opinion, to me.
Yeah.
Now, if you fixated on the wedding day and that's it, you only worried about what it's going to look like, who going to be there, how we going to do this, how we going to do that. This is what I want. I'm not going to the courthouse, yada, yada, yada. That's your business.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's right, in my opinion. I just don't think that's right.
All right. So can I be honest real quick?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be honest. So let's take it back.
Okay.
2021.
2021.
Our wedding. We get married. We excited. You know what I'm saying? We walk down the aisle, all of that. We say, I do.
Yeah.
Reception. You know what I'm saying? We're doing the Dougie. All that. You know what I'm saying? Wedding's over.
Yeah.
I feel crazy that I spent so much money for all of this, and it was
just like that in the
5 hours maybe at the most. Not only that, after the wedding, everybody pretty much pulled out. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Now me and my wife walking outside with boxes and kids like, okay, well I guess we got to just make this marriage work. So I feel like, I think that's another thing with counseling, but I feel like understanding, I feel like if somebody was to tell you that before you ever made a purchase in this wedding, before you ever started planning to just be prepared for that the marriage is what we're really planning for, I feel like you would feel a lot better. You need to just know what to expect, I feel like. I didn't know exactly what to expect the feeling, and I wasn't upset about it. It was just like... Dang.
See, yeah, that's good because I had a person, George and Anita actually told me verbatim, get ready. Y'all not gonna be able to sit down. Make sure they told me all of this. Make sure somebody put a plate or something to the side for y'all. Don't expect to be able to kind of sit down and it just be you and TJ. Don't expect that.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be in your face, and everybody's gonna want to take 1,001 pictures. And then it's gone. They told me that. They did. They told me that, and then it's just gone. So just be prepared for that.
Yeah.
But just like you said, it's just like boom, now everything over,
And now
it's just us.
there's time. That's why there's time. I mean, if you look it up, there's situations where people get married, have this big wedding, and then get divorced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like seriously, and that is a issue, and that's why I think that definitely prioritizing.
But I think we understood very early on what we were up against. This is why you got to communicate with one another too. But we understood very much so what we were up against, and I think that we were at a point to where we were unwilling to go so far within the wedding day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know, I did my entire wedding. We didn't have a wedding decorator, coordinator, none of that. We were DIY as much as we absolutely could.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah, and we were okay with that.
Our wedding was beautiful. It was amazing, and so it's not like we still spent a lot of money.
We did,
but it looked like we spent more than what we did. Put it like that. Okay. All right. I think we talked about this a little bit, but I want to get into a point here. Why the ceremony does matter. Let's talk about the tension. Women often dream about their wedding day from their childhood. It's important to them. But men tend to think, just sign the papers and let's go. Why does the ceremony matter, and why should men care about making it special even if it's not their priority? And I would say, I'm going to let you go too.
Okay, go ahead.
I would just say, you wouldn't understand, as a man, you don't understand until you have the wedding, that day was important. It's a special day. We'll never forget this day. We have now been on vacation every year on that day since our wedding. We always remember that day. We got all these pictures there. So men, I would give you this, be cautious as far as like how much you want to spend on it.
Yeah.
Know that it's going to be for one day, and you're going to walk out, and you know what I'm saying, with your pockets empty after the wedding. Yeah. But know that it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
And it can never be for nothing when it's for the woman that you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
So I think that that's some advice I would say. But so men, I think it's important. So that's what I was trying to say as far as like a woman, she wants the wedding. And sometimes men, we can't understand it. And it's like, but I mean, of course, it's sometimes she may go a little overboard. It's your job as a man to keep it, some constraints on it. But at the same time, you should see yourself in that wedding as well.
Yeah. That's good. You should see yourself there as well. That's real good. It shouldn't just be, you don't look at it as it's just about her. That was good. I know for me personally, the celebration matters because it's glorifying God for me.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Like, I have to have this wedding. This is an open invitation for all of our fellow believers and all of that, for them to also see this and to celebrate this. But this is signifying and glorifying God, getting the victory, honestly. So for me, now for other women, I don't know. But for me, that's why the celebration is important. And I also feel, so if you are a woman that you feel the same way, like the celebration is important because of my relationship with God, I still think that there's a way that you can still have the celebration, still have the ceremony. I'm sorry, I keep saying celebration. Yeah. Still have the ceremony. But if it's money that you're worried about, just think about it being a smaller ceremony. It's a win-win. You still You on budget.
Yeah.
You have the ceremony, you're celebrating, you're glorifying God because that's truly what you want to do. Like, do it that way if that's what you align with. That's what I would say. But I know for me, the ceremony has to happen because it's my relationship between me, God, and my husband. No one else. Now, everybody that's there, you might have some people that's on the same type of time as me, but some people might not even understand it. Yeah, we still might have had people in the crowd or guests that was there that just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I understood why I wanted this. I wanted it, and it was deeper than just because that's what I want. So I will also say that to the men as well. Look at it that way.
Yeah.
Because you want to honor God. So it's like an honoring. This is yours, sir. You are honoring this.
Yeah.
What you are believing to be. You know, what you are believing God to call as one. You believe that God put y'all together. And so that's you honoring that. That's how I look at it. That's one of the reasons why I feel like this ceremony is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah. And all that being said, we want to have another ceremony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to say one more thing. So, with women, the day is important. You justified in that. However, you need to think about long term
Yeah.
in the marriage. And men, you justified in thinking that, long term is more important, but you also need to understand that this day is important as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. That's some good advice. That's a little snippet from the boot camp, y'all. Okay. We're going to get a little juicy here. Here's the reality. 59% of couples are delayed buying a house to pay for their wedding. Is it worth it? How do you balance a meaningful ceremony without sacrificing your financial future?
I think I just touched on that.
I think we did.
You literally, if it has to be a small ceremony, be okay with that. And then just I've seen people do it. They'll go to the courthouse and then they'll just have a reception where they just say, okay, y'all come out and celebrate us. We'll have a reception. We'll rent out a hall and then we'll just party and we'll celebrate that way. But if the ceremony is what you are, fixated on for whatever reasons, then make it I would say just make it small as possible to where you're not going outside of your budget.
Okay. How do you navigate picking your wedding party without ruining relationships?
I would definitely say it has nothing to do with how long you've known somebody. I have experienced this two ways, I would say. One, from personal experiences from my wedding, unfortunately, about three of my bridesmaids I do not speak to at all. And that is crazy to say because you celebrated this special day that I will, you know what I'm saying? that
That's
I'll never
crazy.
forget. The most important day of my life. I had you in that. And
you left.
Yeah.
And you pulled off after the wedding. So, all right, I'll see y'all later. And we never saw you.
We don't even talk. Like, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to think, but that's just what it is. And then the wedding that I was in this past November. Now, me and Nyasha, I've known her. I actually was really good friends with her brother growing up. We all was in Mansfield. We all know of each other because Mansfield is so small, but me and her brother were actually really good friends. And I remember when she asked me to be in her wedding, and I was really just shocked. Like, what? You want me to be in your wedding? Like, I was honored, but I'm saying what and shocked because we had just started talking. We had just started kind of like touching bases, sharing our journey and stuff like that. And so I was just shocked. But I could say, so when I say it doesn't matter how long you've been a friend to someone, that does not matter. I think that Nyasha will agree with you that I did everything she needed me to do as her matron of honor. Like, it was an honor to be a part of it. And, I didn't have the attitude of, oh, we only known each other for so long, or we just now starting to get close. So I'm only gonna do a little bit. Like that sounds
Yeah.
crazy to me. So I've experienced on both ends. How years don't matter. Years don't matter. What matters is a person showing you that they are dedicated to you. And I think that you should start from there. And unfortunately, I feel like it's inevitable. I've heard this time and time again from a lot of married people when me and TJ was preparing for our wedding. And it was that expect to lose some friends. And I'm not even talking about my bridesmaids either, but expect to lose some friends because some people can't go
Oh,
with
man.
where God is getting ready to take you. Some people cannot go. So
Yeah.
I would say that.
Absolutely. And I would also say, dang, I was just about to say something. I had a point there. Oh, don't sign up to be in nobody's wedding party if you
Yeah.
ain't going to be checking on their marriage, because that's the responsibility of you when it asks to be in somebody's wedding party. Don't ask me to be in your wedding and y'all ain't gonna be together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to be responsible. I think that's a huge thing. Like maybe that's one thing. Maybe if we were to go all the way back, maybe that's one thing I would change about weddings is the
Yeah,
how
that's good.
big, how many bridesmaids and how many
That's
groomsmen.
good. Yeah.
Because I only want people in my
Yeah.
groom and bride party that's going to check on my marriage and care about it.
Yeah.
People that's going to actually hold me accountable in this wedding, in this marriage.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
the wedding is over with. Not just at the wedding so they can come get free
Yeah.
food and
That's
all of
good.
that.
I like that because you said, you play a part in it. That's good you said that. You actually play a part in the wedding. You do play a part in it.
Yes, in the marriage.
Yeah, in the marriage. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah, in the marriage.
Yeah.
You absolutely play a part in the marriage.
Don't get in my wedding if you're not going to be a part of my marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
That's one thing I would say there.
Because you do play it, you are a part of the marriage.
Yeah.
You're a part of the marriage. You need to hold me accountable. If I'm out of order, then my bridesmaid or my matron of honor can then say, what is this here?
Exactly.
That ain't what you said when we had that ceremony.
Exactly.
You said X, Y, and Z.
I could pull up the
What you
video.
doing
Oh, this
right
is you
here?
right here. You crying.
That is good. I like that. Yes. You have a duty outside of saying yes to being a part of it, but you have to be a part of the marriage as well. I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that. So choose people that you know that's going to walk this thing out with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to a new topic here. Private struggles in Christian marriage, that the things we don't talk about. So, we had this conversation before. I mean, a couple of days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some private struggles that you feel like in the church or just Christians in general could be more open about as far as in marriage or just in life in general?
I would say not being happy, feeling stressed, questioning if your spouse, am I supposed to be married? Or God, is this the one? Like those kind of questions. I think that we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
And I think that's an issue because I feel like a lot of people have probably gotten a divorce behind that, not understanding that possibly every single marriage goes through it. Mm-hmm. The ones that you look up to, I'm going to go as far as saying that, the ones that's been married 30 plus years and they're still married, successfully married. And then you got a divorce because, I don't know, you felt like whatever. And so y'all didn't figure it out and y'all walked away.
Yeah.
So I think those are just some of the things that it's like unspoken that no one talks about.
Yeah. I think that goes back to your wedding party, but it also goes back to having a community. Because, like you said, there's people, relationships, a lot of people are going through the same
Yeah.
type of things in their relationships. And if, like you said, if you don't talk about it, then you'll think that this not supposed to be happening to me.
Yeah.
And it could be happening to everybody.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you could talk about, but like you said, like there's seasons where, you know what I'm saying? Like I know we talked about a couple of days ago where you'd be like, did I marry the right person? You know? Like, and that could be like, it could be just in an instant, or it could last for a few days or a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It could last for a little bit as far as that, like the feelings, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you said, some people will let that let it linger for so long to the point to where they like getting a divorce for somebody that, you know what I'm saying? I've even seen couples get married again. You know what I'm saying? There's situations where couples will get divorced for stuff that they probably just didn't understand enough, and then they get married again. So I think that that's one thing as far as like just understanding that it's seasons in life. And it's not always going to be hunky dory, but as far as Christians will in the church, we want to give off this facade of this marriage is perfect. Like God have dinner with us at night. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's
like if I'm looking up to you in the church, and I think we just got to do it. I'm specifically talking about the church now. It's not an attack on the church. It's just me speaking of what I feel like we could do better as a church. And okay, so if I'm looking up to a couple that has been married for years, they got time in this thing, and all I hear and see is just beautiful, wonderful things. That's all I know. And if I'm being taught, you should get married, you should get married, you should get married, because X, Y, and this, look at them. This is why you should get married. If I'm being taught that, then at some point I'm going to believe that. Then I'm going to find myself in a marriage. And then I'm going to find myself having all these questions. And then I'm not even going to I'm not going to feel comfortable with coming to you in the church to say, hey, I'm kind of dealing with this. What should I do? Because I'm not going to trust. I'm going to feel like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel like maybe something's wrong with me because I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in some situations, I may walk away just because I don't know that you're going through that. And I feel like I probably can't come to you and tell you about it because you wouldn't know, because you're just happy all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like we got to do a better job at walking the younger people, or the ones that's coming behind us, a better job at walking them through it, because it happens. No marriage is perfect.
Yeah. That's just...
It is what it is.
It just is what it is. That's just, marriage is not perfect because life is not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Life will never be perfect. You never going. It's. I got to quote the late great Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done. This man said Nipsey.
And Nipsey, I'm sorry. He says ups and downs. It's ups and downs for real people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just it. It's life is like this. Life ain't never like this. Life never like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's just the way it is. It's ups and downs.
And then you'll get to a point of resent. Now you resent marriage.
In the down, don't let a down time make you forget when you was up, or that up time can come again, and it's gonna come again.
Yeah.
So you start to resent.
Yeah.
Because that downtime, because sometimes life is, it can be like this, but it can also be like this, and you can stay low for a minute.
I'm done with it. And then go back up.
And that you been forgot that you was ever up here.
Yeah.
For real, you been forgot that you was ever up there.
That's true.
And that will make you, in those times, you'll be like, what?
Yeah, you get very resentful.
Yeah.
Then that's where the bitterness and all of that come in. And now you just absolutely, marriage is stupid. Marriage is this. Marriage is that.
Yeah.
Because of what you walk through. And I think we just have to do a better job at, help walking each other through it.
Exactly. And this too shall pass. Sometimes we need to hear that, even though we've heard it 1,000 times. Sometimes we just need to hear it from the right person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so marriage. There's no such thing as perfect marriage. I think you need to, but there are ways to make sure that your marriage is peaceful. Because I feel like there's a difference between. I think joy and peace are two emotions that a lot of people think they understand, but they conflate a lot of the time. Like joy, I feel like joy is an emotion that is seen as, I don't know, it's like the ultimate high. When peace, for me, is the ultimate high. And joy is like when there's nothing bad going on. Peace can be anytime.
Yeah.
Peace is a decision.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You can do the right thing to cultivate peace in your life. And I feel like we let temporary circumstances cloud long-term decisions in our marriage. And we just don't talk about things. Is there anything else you think the church or married people don't tell folks about marriage that misrepresent the institution?
I'm sure there's a number of other things. I don't know. Those was just the ones that I could think of off the top of my head.
Let me see. Okay. I know we don't feel this way. We talked about this a little bit. But we can talk about it a little bit, even though I won't even ask the full question. But some people lose attraction in their marriage. We talked about this on our men's call a little bit, about how certain men will be wanting their wife to give them more, you know what I'm saying, maybe sexually in the bed, and maybe they're not getting that from their partner. And a lot of times we just chalk it up to it being all my partner's fault, instead of looking at yourself and saying, hold up, what am I doing to cultivate the situation? Am I in the gym? You know what I'm saying? Am I making myself still look hot to her like when she first met me? Does she see me as an item still? You know what I'm saying? If we wasn't together and she saw me on the street, could I still bag her? For real. Could I still bag her now?
Okay.
You know, I feel like as a man and as a woman, both sides, we need to always make ourselves desirable to the person that we with. So I think that is something as well, as far as like working on ourselves. Remember we had that episode where we talked about the mirror, how marriage is a mirror.
Yeah.
It makes you look back, like if there's something your wife is, the energy might not be right with your wife, you know what I'm saying? You might need to check yourself in that situation to see what you may have fell off on or ain't doing to, you know what I'm saying, see if you could correct something.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we don't talk about a lot is in
The attraction.
Yeah, the attraction. Now, me and my wife.
Yeah, because I feel different. I feel like for me, like when you say attraction, I'm just really thinking of physical attraction or like like what you look like.
Yeah.
As far as your face card. I might be being real ignorant here, but this is just me being very honest.
Yeah.
Your face card, to me, I can't fathom us getting to marriage and then I'm like, oh, you don't look good no more. I just can't fathom that. And Lord, I hope I never go through that. Lord, please don't let me ever walk through that. But I can't fathom that. It's the same face as it was years ago.
I don't know about that.
It is.
It ain't always the same face.
To me, it's the same face as it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know.
With
for me,
age, sometimes your features change, and you start to look a little older, or you just might something. You know how it be. But I understand as far as face. But I'm talking about.
You talking about like
keeping yourself together,
in shape and all
cologne,
that. Yeah.
showers, deodorant,
Man,
the gym.
get out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Why? What man is not showering?
The mall. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like you need to be like the men that I don't know. I just feel like you need to.
You gonna get married and stop getting in the shower now.
That ain't what I'm saying. Your swag though.
No, I hear you.
My swag need to be on point to where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't like, cause you know how people be like, what you looking all good for? You trying to find somebody else? Like your spouse might start playing those games with you. But at the end of the day, like I think that's, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's right, but I feel like I need to always look good for my woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look as good as I can
you
look.
You always look good. You look as good as you did years before. When you get to looking crazy, I'm going to tell you. I feel like you know that.
Yeah. And you look good as well. Yeah.
I feel like I would tell you that.
But yeah, as far as, that's just one thing as far as attraction. And then, like I said, that can affect the physical intimacy, just the attraction alone. Or let's say like a woman gaining weight, or she just ain't, she don't dress the way, because some women will get into a marriage or they get older and they start dressing like elementary school teachers.
Do I dress like that? What I dress like, boo? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just picking with you. You let me know if I'm dressing like an elementary.
And you like, dang. You know what I'm saying? I got like that's real though. And but I feel like the person inside is always going to be more important always than the dress and all of that. However, I feel like there's always room and there's time for y'all to spice it back up. We got to keep it
spicy,
fresh,
sizzling.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah. That's why you got to keep dating each other. Remember we talked about that? Like just being friends.
Oh, yeah.
Being friends is very important.
Yep. Having fun, being friends, doing things like that. Why do we feel like we have to pretend? And this will be the last question that I'll ask you. This will be the last question I ask you. Why do we feel like we have to pretend our marriages are perfect in church? And how does that pressure make struggling couples feel even more alone?
Okay, you want my honest opinion?
Yes.
I feel like the reason why we do that is because we playing on Christ. We trying to win you over on this side. Did that make sense what I'm saying?
Say it again.
So I feel like we're playing with God. So we're trying to win the outsider looking in. I'm trying to win you over so you could come over to this side. And that's very faulty.
Yeah.
And God didn't intend it that way either. He didn't intend it to be perfect.
Yeah.
And nowhere in Scripture does he ever proclaim that it'll be perfect. Ever. He doesn't. So I think we lie to get outsiders to come in, to dedicate their lives to Christ, and become Christians, and then we just leave them hanging. Because it looks bad. It looks bad if I tell you, okay, because there's this might be my next book title, The Misconception of God. There's a misconception that that God is giving your life to God, everything's gonna be perfect. I was a victim of that. I fell victim of that.
Me too.
I had a hard time. I was angry with God for a long time about a lot of different stuff, because when I was going to church, it was just portrayed to me and taught that, oh no, if you believe in God, you give your life to him, like your life will be good. And then I see all these church people looking good, looking snazzy and jazzy, looking like they got money, they pulling up in the best kind of car. Whole time I know for a fact you're going through something. I know you're going through something because it's written in Scripture.
Yeah.
The scriptures say in this world you're gonna go through trials and tribulations. That's what it says. That is not what you teaching me on that pulpit.
Yeah.
You just telling me to give my life to him and my life gonna be great.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happens. So when you don't believe in God, that's all you know of him. That's the only kind of little education that you got behind him is that, oh, he's this perfect God. He's this good God. You give your life to him, everything gonna be good. And so from the outside looking in, if I come to you and tell you, oh no, I go through this through our marriage, then it's a possibility that I'm gonna lose your following. It's a possibility that you ain't gonna come over. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a
I
reputation
get
that
where
I'm
you're going
trying to hold, and that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong from the aspect of marriage, and that's wrong from the aspect of why you should give your life to God. You should not give your life to God to have a perfect life. I'm going to be the one to tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it for that reason.
I don't think what I'm trying to say there. I got something to say there. Okay, I think this is another thing. So, we think that because I am maybe doing okay in life, that somebody that might seem lost should follow me. And I think that because of that, this is a very complex thought I'm trying to get out here.
Okay.
Because we think that people should follow us because maybe we feel a little less lost than them, or we look like we are. When the people don't follow us, they chalk it up as, well, you ain't perfect. And I think that dynamic makes these people who are trying to get these people to follow them live a life to make it seem like their life is perfect. So now, there's no excuse for you not to be following me.
Yeah.
And in actuality, if you were to show them that you ain't perfect,
Yeah, you have every reason.
that person would probably feel more comfortable
And
following you. And the people, and so we chalk it up to maybe I just need to show less of my flaws instead of everybody just ain't gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I think when we say everybody can't go, because everybody says that a lot, but that's a literal statement. It's not a situation to situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not because I'm this dude, everybody can go now. No. Everybody didn't follow Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, everybody don't follow God. Everybody ain't gonna go. So I just feel like that is one reason why we try, people in the church and just people in general that are trying to be role models, try to appear as perfect as they can be, because they feel like the better I am, people will follow me just because I look like this, because this is my facade. And that's just not true. It's never gonna happen. So you should be who you are, so that you're able to teach the people who are trying to follow you that they don't have to be perfect. Because when you're trying to be perfect, you lose many more than what you would have got being vulnerable.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what was I gonna say? I was gonna add to that. It's then hard for me to, like, I think I just said it. Like, if I'm going through something in the marriage and then you perfect, I don't feel comfortable coming to you and telling you about it because you perfect and I'm not perfect.
Exactly.
And so I can't even talk to you because you perfect.
Exactly.
I am not perfect.
Exactly. Me neither.
So I think that's all I say. We have to do better with just being honest.
Yeah.
We have to do better with being honest. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's true. That's
Yeah.
100%. And I think, that people feel uncomfortable with you and people in the church are a little bit too judgmental too.
Well, talk about it.
And that's something else that got to shift, because that's why a lot of people don't feel comfortable. Somebody, it's like, you ever heard the saying, or you heard somebody say, somebody stop hanging with you rather than just pay you your $5 back? That's kind of how it is in the church. People will leave God. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In order to not deal with some of the judgment that's going on in the church. And that is just not the way it's supposed to be. People should feel comfortable coming to you. The same way they say that somebody just stop being your friend if they owe you $5, that same person should feel comfortable enough with you to be like, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
And you be like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only reason they'll stop hanging with you because they feel like it's not okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is one reason why people leave the church, because they feel like if they come to you imperfect, you're going to judge them.
You're going to judge me because you perfect.
Exactly.
I ain't coming to say nothing to you.
Yeah.
And then don't let me build up the courage to come to you, and then you get to acting funny. Your judgmental ways come out. Oh yeah, I ain't coming back.
Exactly. They'll leave.
But that's really how it be, and that's unfortunate because that's not God. That's not what God is teaching. That is not what His Word teaches, period. Scripture do not teach that. It doesn't teach that. And I had to figure that out. I had to learn that on my own because I went through a lot where I was just angry with God about it. Misinformation that people just was teaching and it was wrong.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's going. Kelsey Hightower said this a long time ago. The best advice I can give anybody is, it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
That's what people need to hear from you sometimes.
Yep.
Like when somebody mess up, sometimes people just need to hear you say, it's cool. It's all right, man.
Yep.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And because they don't expect that to come from you, I feel like that is one reason why they don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't got nothing else. That was a long one.
That's it.
That's all I got. Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes.
Love y'all.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to my mother, Michelle Lindsay. Birthed me 7 a.m.
I can't.
January 16th, 1990. Mansfield. I don't know if it was Mansfield General or Med Central, because, there was 2 hospitals back then. I got to look at my birth certificate.
Somebody get this boy off of here.
But, yeah. All the mothers out there, all my aunties, you know what I'm saying? All the mothers out there. Love y'all. Y'all
Happy
keep doing
Mother's
y'all
Day.
thing, and we appreciate y'all. But
Absolutely.
we gone. We're going to read some of this word. We got a yard project we got to do. And like Pam say,
Bye.
peace.